Oh, shit.
Bitch, if you don't fucking quit it right now, thank you.
Huda's working on.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know, it's your girl KylerB coming at you with a new video. So today we're going to be talking about Love Island USA Season 7, Episode 9. Let's get right into the video. So we left off with Huda and Jeremiah having this conversation because of what Nick and the guys were basically saying. Now, like, maybe Huda's just playing the game, not really into Jeremiah, whatever. But they kind of quickly wrapped it up in a span of, you know, a few minutes. And, you know, they started kissing. He basically said that he likes Huda a lot. Basically, you know, joked around and said 83%, whatever. And they kind of just, you know, ended the night there.
83%. Okay. Can I convince you to like the rest?
Probably.
Then we have, you know, the group over at the fire pit. You know, Shelly comes over and, you know, she's just like, you know, the guy's giving her pies, you know, she's like telling them off. And then Alandria basically kind of instigated, because she basically told Ace to lick off the pie off of Shelly.
Icing on your titties for him to lick.
Matter of fact, lick it off. You want to lick it off?
Lick it. Oh my God. You see how I
And like Austin was sitting right there. So it's just like, we don't really care about Austin, but just like she was messy to like instigate that right there. So Ace did lick off the, you know, cream off of, you know, Shelly, you know, and Shelly was just like, oh, she kind of feeling Ace. Anyways, you know, Austin, he talking to, you know, Charlie. He's like, oh, I'm tired of this whole, you know, triangle, da, da, da. Once again, you know, on the verge of crashing out, but, you know, whatever. Anyways, time to go to bed. Ace, real messy self, he talking about he gonna sleep in soul ties on himself. Like, he not sleeping with Amaya. Like, he really do not like this girl.
Tonight I will be sleeping in soul ties.
Are you serious?
I'm so dead ass.
Bro, who am I gonna say sweet dreams to?
Like, I don't even know why in the world he wasted anybody's time and coupled up with her, because you do not really care for her like that. Like, what were you doing? But he does that. Nick was a little bit like distraught, like, you know, why are you doing this? But anyways, he tells Nick before he goes to bed, like, you know, tomorrow help me out because I'm going to make a hibachi date for, you know who, Shelly. Like, you know, it's not going to be a lie, it's obviously going to be Shelly. So, but anyhow, next day, Ace trying to get breakfast for Shelly. He basically enlists Taylor to send her a text that, like, he's making hibachi breakfast, whatever. And then, you know, he's telling Taylor, like, hey, well, why don't you, you know, cook something up for Alandria? Like, you really have to let Ace, 22-year-old Ace, like, give you some tips on how to pursue Alandria. Like, do we even like her, really? Like, let's free Alandria, right? Like, let's free her. So, while the guys come down, you know, to start making breakfast for the girls, you know, Austin notices that, you know, Ace is doing something. So he makes breakfast for Shelly. Like, makes her the breakfast, brings it up to her. And, like, Shelly already knows, you know, Ace is supposed to be making breakfast for her. So when Austin brings breakfast to her, before Ace even gets a chance to, you know, they're just like, oh, awkward, you know, you're getting double breakfast. So she comes down, you know, Austin comes back down. He's just like, you know, was that for Shelly? He's like, yeah. And he's like, all fair and love the world. Like, you know, he's just letting you know, like, you know, he's going to be a little, not really competition, but a little, you know, it's going to be a battle to get to Shelly. So like, oh, okay. Shelly comes down, gets a little hibachi breakfast, whatever. But it's just like, you know, this whole triangle, Austin saying he's tired of the triangle, da da da. Like, you had the chance to pick Shelly if you really wanted Shelly, da da da. Like, stop wasting people's time. And, you know, and then it's like Shelly is entertaining it because, you know, she is, you know, seeing out that connection with Ace. So it's just kind of like, you know, whatever. But, you know, it is what it is. This is Love Island. Pursue, explore, whatever. But Ace is in the wrong for wasting people's time, though. Like, no shade, no tea for that. So, anyways, while that's going on, I think Huda and Jeremiah were basically discussing, like, you know, how only the girls know that Huda is a parent, she's a mother, and now Jeremiah, so none of the guys know that Huda is a mother. So she was like, you know, since Nick is, you know, Jeremiah's best guy in the villa, you know, like, and she likes Nick too in like a friend way, you know, she's gonna tell Nick one-on-one that she's a parent. So it is like, Huda, why you gotta, like, you pulling people one by one that, oh, I'm a mom. I'm like, okay, Huda, like, we get it. But, and she keeping that under wraps, like, oh, like, come on now, that's like the biggest part of your life, and keeping that under wraps. But anyhow, pulls Nick for a chat, tells him that she's a parent. And Nick is like, oh, a dog? Like, you're a dog parent? Like, you know, of what? Like, he's like, oh, a real human. Like, his, like, questions was so funny, because he was just like, oh, you're a parent? Like, for real?
I'm a mommy.
Mommy?
I'm a mom.
Mamacita.
No, I'm a mommy.
A mom of what? A dog?
Like, real human person? And yeah, he was just like, you know, surprised and happy about that. And then he reveals that he donated, you know, to help a family, like someone who couldn't start a family. So, like, you know, he's very happy about that situation. And, like, he would like to be a parent. He likes kids and whatnot. So they bonded over that. Then, you know, Nick and Jeremiah had that chat, and he was just like, you know, how would he feel about, you know, being in a relationship with someone who had a kid previously? Like, what's your real thoughts about that? You know, and he was just like, you know, he's okay with it. You know, Jeremiah saying, like, he's okay with the situation. Like, you know, after getting over the fact that this is another man's kid, you know, and if they are in it for long term, you know, him and Huda could potentially have more kids. So he wouldn't feel any type of way, you know, if they get to that point to, you know, help Huda raise her daughter. So it was that conversation. So it seemed nice and seemed good, whatever. Ace had some little salsa situation routine, you know, learning lesson. Basically, Taylor and Alejandra was up there. They did a little salsa, cha-cha, whatever. And at the end, Taylor and Alejandra kissed, and I was just like, you know, you, like, I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't hungry. Like, you know, I wasn't feeling it. It was just like, okay, whatever. You know, but everybody in the villa was cheering about that. So, yeah, good for them. So then Shelly and Alejandra had a little chat one-on-one. Awesome Ace situation. You know, they're both different dudes, but, you know, she likes different traits about both of them.
It's so crazy because they're both so different in their own ways.
Exactly.
And they both pique your interest. So
They
that
do.
speaks volume.
I mean, the whole Shelly and Ace situation is just like, their conversations are very, you know, lacking in substance, like very surface level. Like, we need to dig deep. Before this, Shelly had that conversation when she was just like, what do you know about me? And he couldn't tell her. So, like, let's start talking for real. Let's start getting to know one another. Like, if you really about Shelly, you really want to apply pressure to Shelly, like let's start thinking deep. Like, why are we having these little surface level conversations? Like, it's not giving at all. It's just giving nothing burger. So, I mean, they have some chemistry, sure, but it's a nothing burger in terms of substance or whatever. So it's like, let's move it along. So anyhow, they get a text about this whole leather and lingerie party, whatever. Anyways, they get dressed, get ready. Ariana comes in with a new black wig. Everybody's up there, basically one by one, whoever in the couples, they basically do some little bedroom situation going on, which was just like, it was kind of just like, okay, you kind of had to have, like, to be on a show like this, you kind of have to lack some type of shame, because being handcuffed or tied up and then having somebody use like a little a spanker or whatever on you is crazy work. But anyways, when it got to Amaya's turn to do it for Ace, like, Ace did not care for it, but obviously she had to be a good sport about it because she still is in a couple with him. Unfortunately. So, anyways, Ariana reveals that there's 2 new bombshells coming in. 2 male bombshells finally, but it's just like, oh, those are the bombshells. But you know what? Let's see if they let them land. Like, they just got in during a leather and lingerie situation. Let them land. Let them, wear some proper clothes, whatever. Do something else. Like, they can grow on ya. So we have Pepe and Jalen. Pepe is coming in for Hannah and Sierra, and Jalen is coming in for Alandria with the whole southern situation going on. So when the guys were kissing, I think when Jalen was kissing Alandria, Taylor was just so funny with his reaction, because like, dude looks so like skinny and scrawny, and you have this buff Jalen over here, basically over here with Alandria.
That's enough. I want it.
Have, a girl bombshell in. So her name's Iris, and she coming in. So after the group guys kissed all the girls, it was her turn to kiss all the guys. So everybody's just like, oh, the girls thought they ate, they had their little fun. But no, Iris is coming to shake things up. So she kisses all the guys. And then when it came to Jeremiah's turn, you have Huda over here bending over backwards to see the kiss. And she's telling Iris to like, oh, that's enough. And like calling her a B to her face. Like, oh. Like, oh. Like, this is what we're doing, Huda? Like, if she's a bombshell, that's her job. Her job was literally to come in and kiss all the guys. Like, why are we calling her a B word and telling her to stop? You had both Pepe and Jalen kissing you, tongue down, all that, eating you. And you had, Jeremiah over here literally inches from hearing what's going on. And you're over here over one girl kissing Jeremiah, over here getting a fade. You had 2 guys kissing you. Like, you had 2 guys kissing you. Like, chill. You don't have to be calling her a B word for that. Like, calm down. Because if Jeremiah crashed out, you would have been telling him to chill or calm down. So she said that, basically, Iris went around, kissed all the guys, all that. I think Nick was her last guy, so yeah. All the girls kind of a little shaken, all the guys kind of a little shaken. But the thing is that when the bombshells were kissing Amaya, Ace was literally cheering every time. Like, he was just happy. Like, he does not like this girl. Like,
Oh, Amaya been waiting for this. Yes, girl, yes.
Dude was like, yes. And I'm just like, bro, like, what's your deal? Like, what is your deal? Like, what is your problem? Also, there was no preview for tomorrow night, so definitely something went down after that whole debacle, or it's gonna be a nothing burger episode. It could be either or. We have no preview, we know tomorrow's night, whatever. So it just literally ended after she kissed all the guys, and that was it. So I already know Jeremiah's gonna have something to say to Huda about her reaction to Iris, kissing him, because she didn't have to say all of that. She did not have to call that girl a B word. Like, watch them. Like, watch those B words, girl. Oh, let's see what tomorrow night holds. But anyway, guys, if you like the video, comment down below, let me know doubts, comments, concerns. You can subscribe to my channel, subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Peace.